Aotearoa's biggest demolition job has entered its final stage. This morning, media were given a final chance to walk through Christchurch's Lancaster Park before it's completely brought to the ground. The park's grandstands were badly damaged in the 2011 earthquake and in 2017. $12 million was set aside for it to be pulled down. Pointon was there.
The hammering sounds of demolition stands in stark contrast to the roaring crowds of Lancaster Park's glory days. The 130-year-old ground has been the stage for All Blacks matches, rock star performances and even world records. 57 years ago, Peter Snell set a world's best for the 800 metres in front of a capacity crowd on a grass track.
And Snell has a gap of about 20 to 30 yards on the second man Dupree, and Snell's legs are going like pistons. He goes out of the back straight round the top turn and heads now towards the home run. He's about 20, 30 yards ahead of Dupree, about 20 yards to Bork in third place, and that's how they'll finish.
Today was the last chance for media and the public to step inside Lancaster Park. Walking across the field where legends have once played, media crews had to be careful not to trip over steel piping that jutted out of the ground. Christchurch City Council Project Director Lee Butcher, who's overseeing the demolition, says he expects it to be completed by December.
We plan to have the building flat by end of the year, so sort of 10-12 months is what we thought the demolition phase would take, and it's taken around about that. We're a little bit behind where we want to be at the moment, but we're probably about 10-15 days behind where we want to be at the moment.
In the background, demolition crews chipped away at the remaining skeleton of the Dean stand, which was built in 2010. 3 diggers worked in harmony to take down a 6-storey concrete structure until finally it gracefully toppled over. Mr. Butcher says over 35,000 tonnes of concrete and steel has been removed from the site. He was pleased to say that 98% of the demolished material would be recycled.
Yeah, so the concrete itself, we've got a development in Rangiora that we're taking that to, so that's going to be used for ground improvement there, so that's a good win for us. We've got a use for it. The steel goes to salvages, it's for scrap steel, so that gets recycled too.
With the site at Lancaster Park expected to be completely stripped clear by January of next year, attention will turn to what's next for the ground. The council's head of parks, Andrew Rutledge, says the council wants to open the park up to the public as soon as possible.
We'll develop this place in phases, in stages. The first most important thing is to get people back in here, and that's most likely going to be in the form of local and community sport. And then we'll develop the rest of the park as budgets allow over the next decade.
Mr. Rutledge says many people were sad to see the stadium go, but the new development will be sure to celebrate the legacy of the ground.
It's kind of hard to put it all into words, and through the new development we will reflect that. We will put a walkway, a trail in where we can reflect some of that history so people can reconnect with it.
The Christchurch City Council will convene to consider a proposed spatial plan for the site at a public meeting on Thursday. Residents will have 1 month to consult on how they want their beloved sports ground to look in the future. For Checkpoint, Pointon.